I finally decided to let some Marvel rivals fly. And I'm glad I gave it a try. Because this game actually is a lot of fun. And it's free, baby! Look at me! Storming! Close your eyes, girl!
Splash.
Mr. Splash Man! I'll make it splash, man! I just started playing this game about a week and a half before season 2, something light. Moses would love this game, it's free. We don't care about costumes, we don't care about skins. We don't need that, that doesn't change how you play out there on that battlefield. We're gonna play this thing for free. They said this game was free, don't bluff me. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing with Storm. But she is the easiest character to use. And I'm not actually making her fly up like that. She just kind of does it by herself. Like you're letting it fly and then she just keeps elevating. So you gotta lower yourself. You gotta manually lower yourself over and over and over. That's why people are flying so high, because you just, when you first start playing, you forget to lower. You don't know what you're doing when you first start playing this game. And look at that. Look at that Iron Fist going crazy. See, Storm has a lot of weaknesses too. In a 1v1, you get cooked. You really need your teammates. You need somebody else to be distracting the enemy so that you can keep doing your thing in the storm, in your circle, in your radius. I get a lot of assists when I use Storm though. But this was the first character that I had success with. But her movement is pretty slow, her health is low. And so I was looking for something else. Another character that had more health, that had better movement. Because when I first played this game, I was gonna pick Thanos. Where is he? How come he's not in this game? How is this a Marvel game and you don't have one of the greatest villains? I was ready to snap on some noobs. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, Ultimate? You snap and everybody's dead. You snap and maybe the people that died, they have to stay dead for double the time. I mean, who knows what they're gonna do? Where is Thanos? Bring him out. It's time. This game's been out for a while. It's time. And as I'm watching this gameplay, I realized that this map never came up again for me. I've played this map and then I've never seen it again. Why is that? It was before season 2. Did they take this out of the rotation? Because I've never seen it again. I'm actually amazed. I'm watching this. I'm like, wow, what map is this? I don't remember this. The good thing about Storm is all of her abilities are pretty simple. Nothing too crazy to learn. You just got to stick to the ground because she's going to levitate. So you got to remember to bring yourself back down so you don't just fly in the sky forever. But after having some good success, I was looking for another character to try out, to figure out. And that's when I decided to go with Captain America. I gave him a try. I was cycling through a lot of different players. I tried Doctor Strange. I tried Iron Man, Magneto. I tried Human Torch. I even tried some of the tanks, but I like the Vanguards because they have a good amount of health. But then usually their movement's a little bit better. But look at Cap. He's got pretty much everything. He's got the shield that just blocks. It blocks. It seems like it can block anything. I'm even going to block an ult from Magneto a little bit later. That's when I knew, okay, I got to use Cap. Because if I'm doing all that, hell no, that is some cheese. Because when you use a duelist, you don't have enough health. So if somebody hits you with a nice combo, let's say Spider-Man pops up, he hits you with an uppercut, you could be done. A lot of combos like that can get you up out of there. But when you're using a Vanguard, they gotta really get you good. You gotta make a mistake. You gotta get trapped. You're not just gonna go down that fast, especially if you got some healers like I got right here. We going crazy at the start of this match. Look at all the chaos that I'm causing. I'm moving them back. They look terrified. And that's what I like about Cap. Even though this is supposed to be a shooter, and you're not really shooting with Cap, this is basically melee. But it's fun. You don't really fill up the stat sheet, but I just love being a distraction. I love moving bodies. I love it when I run into an area and then everyone just starts backing up or acting crazy. And there's a lot to discover because now that I know that I can block ults, I'm gonna try to block a lot of other stuff. Look at this cheese, get down to the ground. I haven't been able to find movement with this much health on any other character. I got that Magneto up out of there. I liked Magneto too. I've tried him, but he moves very slow. He really does. But he is nice though. His ultimate's pretty good. He's got that slam dunk, that alley-oop. But look what I'm gonna do to that. I'm gonna block that dunk. Get that cheese out of here. When I did that, I said, all right, Cat might be the character for me. I got hyped when I sent that back. When I blocked that dunk, oh, hell nah. So we get the dub. I find myself selecting Cap a lot because he's just so fun to play. And look at Spider-Man. I am gonna hunt down Spider-Man in this game. As soon as he comes back down to the ground, you have to come back down. You have to eventually get down to the ground, get clapped. And that's not the, I'm gonna do that 2 more times. I'm gonna make it splash on Spider-Man. I'm not playing around with that man. But if I had a duelist, or even if I had a support character and Spider-Man creeped up on me like he was trying to do so many times in this gameplay, he probably would have got me up out of there. Look, I'm chasing him again. I got him moving. He's on the run. That sweet chin music. Punched him right in the face. Hit him with that bus driver uppercut with the shield. I capped him with Captain America. And look, Spider-Man is so fast that we just killed him, but he's gonna show up again. Look at this. He's gonna show up again as he's flying all over the map, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Look, I don't care. You're going down to the ground again. Look, you have to get back down here. And I got him. Spider-Man. And then look at this. Her ult doesn't even do much. Look, I'm blocking like a boss. The shield. I'm a menace. And now I'm going to fire this off so I don't die to end the round. Let's go. Baby. I'm still alive. The healers see me. You love to see it when the healers know where you are. And that's another thing that's fun about Cat. When he says assemble, when you hear that, you gotta just follow that man. Just get up there and let it fly. So in this game, I was trying to use another character, but it wasn't working out. We were getting destroyed. We lost the first round. And look at that, Wolverine just tried to kidnap me. Get down to the ground. I tried to use Wolverine and I was trash with him. I was doing a whole bunch of slicing and dicing, but I was never getting any kills. I was in rage mode. I'm going 100 miles an hour with the swipes, but nobody would ever go down to the ground. Okay, I think I got like 6 kills in the games that I played total. What rhymes with cash? I just put Doctor Strange to the floor. Got him leaning, crossover moves. So we win that round, we tie it up. We're losing again here though in the final round. But I'm on Cap and I'm trying to make something happen. Can we clutch the comeback, baby? This was another game that made me say, okay, stick with Cap. If I didn't switch to Cap after that first round, we don't win this game because it changed everything. Me being more aggressive and pushing defenders back, making them scared, it just changed everything. My teammates in this one responded so much better to Cat. And I'm just healing, I'm just waiting, I'm being patient. We're on the point, we gotta hold it. That's what it's all about. Look at the shield. The shield is going crazy. I'm chasing Hawkeye. He's not able to snipe if he's running away from me. Baby, he's got backup. They're trying to take me down. I got too much health though. Got him, get him up out of there, pack him up. Another 5-piece. Let's go. We're in overtime, baby. You know what I do to Doctor Strange? I put him on the floor. Another KO, baby. We're clutching this thing out again, another win. So that switch in that game right there made me say, okay, just keep playing Cap. And then look at this, we're just hopping over buildings, The movement is ridiculously fun. And we are gonna go crazy. They don't even get out of the spawn. We're spawn trapping. This is like some OG Call of Duty, baby. See, now I'm running with a team in this game. So I got some goons. Look, they're running back into the spawn. They're terrified. I'm almost getting killed. I'm out of there, though. You gotta flee. I'm getting healed by JD. You see it? Look at that. I'm alive. So I can go back out there and dive. I can go back out there and let it fly. So here we go. Why not? Get you up out of there. Get Manus up. Is that Manus? Get that clone up out of there. The chaos is fun. It is a shooter, and technically I'm not shooting. Look, there goes another Wolverine. See, I'm not scared of Wolverine. I used him. He didn't work for me. Look, he's running away. Get over here. Get down to the ground. I'm going to put you in the floor, too. You can't hide. Look, you're swiping. See, look, he's doing all that swiping, but he didn't kill, so let me throw out the shield. See, I was trying to take him out without throwing out the shield, but maybe I should just throw it more often. It has a 6-second countdown. Is it always 6 seconds? Because if it's 6 seconds, maybe I should just let that thing fly all the time then. I thought it was longer than that. I thought it was like 12 seconds. And then look, Wolverine, he tried to run back in there. Get clapped. Get capped by Captain America. Oh, Thor wants some of this too? Thor don't want it with me, baby. Baby. Let's get it. When I pop that ultimate, I'm not afraid. Another KO. Oh, now Hulk wants some of this action? If you're healing, I'm dealing. You know the rules. When you're healing, I got that green light to take flight, to let it. If you're healing that capture point, I'm stealing. You know the rules. Look, I just keep beating up on her. I'm picking on her now. This is just getting ridiculous. They cannot get out of the spawn. They did at least move it a little bit, so it's not as bad as some games. And now I'm activating again. Why not let this fly? Oh, there goes Thor. Let me get Thor up out of here. What up, Thor? You don't want it with me? Oh, you're trying to fly. Why are you flying? Why are you running away from Captain America, baby? And the round is over. He got saved by the bell. I'm going to hunt down that Thor, though. I'm going to let Thor know what time it is. And then look at this. You're trying to cross me over? Oh, look, Philly hopped on Wolverine. You see it. Look at Philly going crazy. And I think that Philly, he did get Lord Wolverine. So he uses him a lot. Look, he's swiping. But see, he ain't really getting kills either. Look, I stole his kill because he's swiping. It's like you got to swipe 1,000,000 times to get that kill with Wolverine. You really do. Okay, here we go. Look at this Thor. You want that 1v1? You don't want it with me. You want that 1v1? Let's get it. Let's go. Crossover move. Got him leaning in the one-on-one. Thor don't want it with me. It's Cat, baby. What a win. That was easy work. Wow. And when we look at that, I was 12. I only had 1 death in that game. That's what you got to do. Just stay alive. Distract and stay alive. That's the name of the game. That's what I'm figuring out. You don't always have to get carried away and try to get the kill. If you can just move bodies out of the way, if you can scare them, then you've done your job. So that's what I'm trying to do. And right here, I'm low on health. Look, I'm ducking behind cover, getting a little bit of healing. Uh-oh. Oh, I get slammed by Emma, but I'm still alive. The shield is a menace. I'm jumping, and I'm back. I'm getting healed. That was beautiful. And now I'm back at it with full health. I'm letting it fly again. They see me. The healers see me, and I'm still blocking all these shots. That shield is ridiculous. It really is. I'm going to chase this guy. Why not? Bucky, you hate to see it, but I got to put you down. Oh, I am just straight bullying. Now we got Moon Knight. Moon Knight thinks he could take me out. Come on, cuz. Get down to the ground. Stop it. What are you doing? They still can't get me up out of there. I'm blocking. I'm getting healed. Come on now. We're going to take this. We're going to take this, and we're going to make sure that we win this game too. Get you up out of there. Put her down to the ground. And I had to finally give this game a try because they were going crazy over Emma Frost. They were mad that they made her attractive. They made her a snow bunny, a thick snow bunny. They didn't like that. It was trending on Twitter. People were really upset. So I said, you know what? I got to try this game. If they're upset, it must be a good game if they're this upset over a character making it in there. Come on, cuh. They looking silly out there complaining about Emma Frost in a video game. Look at Moon Knight trying to run away. You can't hide. You don't want it with me. It's Cat, baby. Look, you're trying to fly. Just like Spider-Man, when you come back down to the ground, you're going down to the ground permanently. Another KO. And I'm not really dying in this game either. I'm doing a great job. Oh, Spider-Man, you know what we do to Spider-Man. Why are you even bothering? Come on, cuz, where you at? You can't hide. I know you're low on health. I know it. I'm going to wait right here. I'm on the objective. Oh, we got him. And Moon Knight's here too. Let me put you down first. And now I can go after Moon Knight. This team that I was playing on, this was a good team. They were healing. Look at that. They're going to heal me again. I'm staying alive. Doing a great job. I'm trying to stay visible. And we're going to cap this thing. We're going to make sure we get this dub. Look, Moon Knight, you can't hide. As soon as I can see again, you're done. Get up out of there for that, just in case. And now, he's running again. Look, you can't hide. You can't hide. I put you down again. Switch the character. It's not working. Not in this game. Not this match. Not tonight. Oh, man, I'm getting healed, so you already know. You know what time it is. Put that group down to the ground. And now we're going to let this fly to make sure that this is over. And we got it. Just like that, another win in the bag and another game, 12-1. We had this game in the bag, but it was funny. When I activate my ult, everybody follows. This is what is supposed to happen. Beast and feast on them when I lead the way. When I turn around, look, my whole team is there. The whole team is there. Beasting and feasting. We ain't playing around. We're getting this dub. Now, the only thing is I usually don't do the slam correctly because I'm aiming, I'm up in the air, and it looks like they're in the circle, but when I slam down, a lot of times it doesn't hit them the way it's supposed to. And Doctor Strange, you know we don't like Doctor Strange. We're getting rid of him. We don't care about that. We don't care about that shield. My shield is better, baby. And if you're healing, I'm dealing again. Look at this backup I got. I got some great healers in this one. So I've got to be aggressive. Put you down to the ground. There's nothing to fear. If they're healing like that, it's time to brawl. It's time to let this fly. We're putting everybody down. And look, now you're trying to hide up there. You're done. We're going up there. You can't hide. Where you at? They're running away. The only bad thing is with Cap, you can't really deal with the flying characters. But usually somebody else in your team is going to be able to do it. You see, they're shooting at them. They're shooting at those flying characters. They're shooting at Human Torch and everybody else. Uh-oh. You're trying to dance? You want to have this dance? One-on-one, let's get it. Let's get it. You're healing yourself? Let's go. That's on cooldown to throw. Uh-oh. I'm about to die. Let's go. I got my ult. I'm going to pop it to stay alive against Captain America. Cap versus Cap. The Spider-Man meme. Can I survive this? Uh-oh, I'm getting double teamed. I got to get out of here. Let's go. I got a dash left. I got something left. I'm turning on the jets, and I'm back to safety. Staying alive once again. And they're healing me in desperation. See, sometimes you get great teammates. You really do. You got to give it up when the matchmaking works. A lot of times it doesn't work. And that's one flaw about this game is the matchmaking and the ranking. It makes no sense because I remember when I first played, I actually couldn't play with one of my friends because it said that the ranks, we were too far away. Obviously, I'm a new player and he was ranked high. So he had to go get on his Smurf account. He had a Smurf account, which is funny. And that's another thing. Because in between the seasons, they drop you back. So there's no placement matches. So when you start the season, you might be in bronze and you might be going up against some goons. What's up with that? That doesn't make any sense. And look at Doctor Strange. When you come back to the ground, you're going to meet your fate. You know the rules. Look at him trying to throw out that whip. We don't care about that whip. Get down to the ground. And now I got another ult. Let me let this fly and push them back. Push them off of this. You got to respect it. Yeah, they're back there. I'm almost dead, but I'm staying alive, and I knock somebody out, and I'm back to the point so that they can't get it. Staying alive again. When you get good teammates in matchmaking, because you can't always play with your homies. Sometimes you're going to hop on, you want a solo queue. And all of these modern games, they have a weird algorithm for matchmaking. It doesn't actually make the matches balance. It's doing some cheese. They're hoping that you're going to pay money or something. I don't know. It just doesn't work. Somebody needs to come up with a new matchmaking algorithm and put it in their game and become a billionaire. Young bloods out there, learn how to do an algorithm and take over the game. All of these games, they don't know what they're doing with this matchmaking. Because think about it. It doesn't matter what game you play, whether it's 2K. Let's say you're playing a rec center. You got a bunch of noobs on your team. Why do they put noobs on your team and then you get stomped? Why is it so unbalanced? It's like you're either stomping or they're stomping. Why can't they get competent players on both sides so that the games are good games? I don't know. You see it. You see all this chaos, all this damage, all this destruction we were doing with good teammates. They were healing me like a boss. We were all on the same page. When you get those bad games, I'm gonna show you a bad game, actually. Why not? Let's end this video with a bad game with bad matchmaking so you can see what I'm talking about. When I first started playing this game, I was like, damn, I'm really trash. But I gotta learn a lot of stuff. Then I won't be trash. But how come I know things that some of these guys don't know? Like if you wanna move the cart, you gotta actually step on the cart. So this is the perfect game. You're gonna see here, we do not even move this cart one step, it seems like. It's ridiculous. Because I've been in games where I go to the capture point and I see all 6 of the enemy team standing there. And they're twerking, the Venom guy is twerking. Because I used to think, hey, maybe my supports are getting killed, that's why I'm not getting healed. You know, maybe somebody's back there wrecking havoc. But then in those games, when I'm at the cap point and I don't see anybody and I'm waiting there, I'm waiting for like a minute and nobody ever comes and I see 6 enemies on the other team, it's like, what are my teammates doing? Then I would die and I look at the kill cam, I skip the kill cam, I look at my teammates, some of them are just standing still. And you're gonna see here in this game, we don't make any progress because they don't come out of there. They stay back there. So look at this, I die, right? So I spawn, and look at this. He put the spider thing there inside. Is that a high IQ move? And then look, there's a Loki clone behind here. He can't see, he's not gonna be able to hit anybody back there. He has no line of sight back there. Is that a high IQ move? So look, I'm trying to push. I'm thinking maybe if I try to stop their healers and I'm chasing a raccoon, that man is just flying and climbing up everything. So I'm delaying. He's not able to heal when I'm doing that. But my teammates are still not making a push for the cart. So it's kind of like I'm just wasting time back here. They're getting beasted and feasted on. But look at how long I survived by myself. That's why I know that we should have been able to move this cart. It's not this, like this team is not that much better than us. They're just not getting on the cart. It can't be that, I mean, okay, finally we're fighting. I see some fights going on, right? Which is good. But then Loki, oh look, Loki's getting, Loki just got punched. But remember, he did put one of his clones back there in the back. So you got to put your clones on the cart. Put 2 clones on the cart and then let it fly. That's what I see other Lokis doing. So we take this L, and then look, at the end of the game, they're still not getting on the cart. Look, they're up here shooting, but they're still not getting on the cart. 4 seconds. We could maybe overtime it, get a little bit of progress, but nope. We only moved that cart 2.15 meters. That is pathetic. Give that guy a map. Merch is now available at chrissmooth.com. Shipping worldwide. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. Oh, he's not gonna guard it. I got tape from way
downtown.
Hey, we're reaching on that. I'll repay him with the lob right back. Ho ho! I catch a lob, I throw a lob.